Hey y'all, what's up? What's going on? Today we're going to be talking about Catfish. Yes, I know I'm a little bit late with the review, but I was like, you know what? I still want to make sure I give it to you guys so I can get back on my consistent schedule. I'm going to go ahead and watch the latest Love After Lockup so I can see if I want to review that. I may just add that to, I may just add that in. I gotta watch Bel Air because I know somebody mentioned it, but I don't think I'll review it because I kind of want to enjoy it and see how it is. And I think I'm kind of pretty behind on it as well, so I don't want to play catch up, but we'll see. Maybe it might be so exciting that I want to like talk to you guys about it, so we'll see what happens. But those are some of the things that are kind of in my radar right now. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about Catfish, okay? So with this particular episode, it's Pamela and Fernando. So her cousin was the one who wrote in because she feels like her cousin is bugging out. This dude, he lives in Venezuela. Ironically enough, Pamela, she's also from Venezuela, but she currently resides in Utah. And she's been with this guy, I believe, for about 6 years. He stood her up like 20 times, said he was going to meet up with her, and has not. She hasn't actually video chatted him more than once, and it was with like a female, so that's weird. And she has given him about $4,000. She gave him like $2,000 for surgery, knee surgery. She gave him money for food and other things because there is a lot of bad times that's happening, or like a lot of peril that's going on, in Venezuela. There's a lot of devastation and things like that, and they're having a lot of money issues. So she knows how it is, obviously, because she's from there. She does have a strong accent, so you can definitely tell that she really is from there. This whole situation has gotten her to the point where she was at odds with her parents. She said she was living in her car at some point, and there was one caveat where she said she had mentioned that she had fallen asleep, and then she fallen asleep with him on the phone with her, and then I guess his grandmother was saying something about Daniela, which is supposedly like his ex-girlfriend. So it's like, why is she there overnight? Or is the person that she's actually talking to actually a female? So she said that's like her hard no. Like that's the one point where she would kind of like throw in the towel. If he doesn't look like the picture, that's fine, because he's actually showed her many different pictures. So that right there is another weird red flag. Like the red flags are like carnival time. They're like this. They're just like waving it all over. But I mean, sometimes we just want to play with them. We just want to be like, and start dancing. Because I know I've seen red flags many a times, and I just be like, dancing in the red flag. So, I mean, that's just what it is. So, yeah, she video chatted with her and whatever. So, they fall asleep. And that, yeah, like I said, that was one thing that had happened. So, yeah, she told her parents that she hasn't actually talked to him in about, I think she said 2 years, she told them. So I guess that should be able to be good with. But I guess they're going to find out once they see this show what the really real is, which is kind of like a public embarrassment. So it's like she should have told them. But, I mean, it is what it is. Maybe they don't even speak English. Who knows? But then again, some parts of this was translated into Espanol. So, anyways, so now Neve and Cammy, they do some little research or whatever, and they did see that there was some type of connection between this Fernando guy that she gave the photo of and this Daniela. And it looks like they're actually both living in the States, because Daniela had like a recent story where she actually tagged him saying that he was in Miami. And it looks like this guy is actually like some Brazilian influencer. So it's like, what the hell is going on? I know she's like totally confused once they told her this information. So now it was really starting to seem like perhaps this could be Daniela and actually not the guy that she thought it was. I mean, and like she said, like she's almost okay with everything. It seems like she is a bit insecure, or she's just not a superficial type of person. Like I know she did mention that she gained weight and things like that, and the fact that he still cared about her regardless of everything, you know, it just kind of made her drawn to him even more. You know, when people love you for who you are and don't kind of judge you, you know, despite you might not feel so good about yourself, then you gravitate towards those types of things and you want to hold on to that type of love. And that's what it seems like is with her. Like, that's why she was willing to, if he's a different person, she's okay with it. If he doesn't look too good, she's okay with it. The only hard no pass for her was if he's a girl, like, nah, I'm not with it. So, you know, that just lets you know, like, where her head is at. Like, I mean, and people have their boundaries. People, I mean, for him to be not even a person that said he was, or not even cute or whatever, like, you still willing to move forward, like, girl, you good, because I gotta at least be attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just, I just want to be with anybody type of thing. So, yeah, they send him a message finally. And initially he was saying that he didn't want to be on the show. But she did give him like an ultimatum, like, you know, we got to do this. You stood me up too many times and we got to move forward. And then all of a sudden he said that he was going to meet her in like the park, at her park in Utah. So it's like, wait, so he's here? Like, who the hell is this person? Is this somebody that she knows, she's encountered? Like, now it's really getting like the plot thickens type of stuff, you know? So they end up going to the park, and then they see a girl with flowers. So it's like, fuck. You know, it's like, oh man, here we go. Like, this is this was like her one nightmare, her one like hard pass. And it's like, it was coming to pass, you know, like it was about to happen. It was coming into fruition. It's like, why did it have to be this way? You know, so she's just looking. We see this lady with these flowers. So, you know, the camera crew and stuff go up to her. And luckily for Pamela, it wasn't what it seemed. It was actually, Fernando had sent the flowers over as an apology because he wasn't going to be able to make it. So once again, for the last time, she was like, this is it. Like, I can't keep on letting him hurting me and just playing with my heart and my emotions. I'm going to have to just give him up at this point. So she was finally at the point where, well, at least for the cameras, you know how you be ready at that moment. You be like, yo, this, I'm over this. Like, I'm never going to talk to him again. Then like a week later, you're like texting this person again. Like, yo, let's work it out. So I feel like that was kind of like, you know, in the moment she was vexed and she was ready to throw it all away. But then it's like in the back of your head, you really don't want to give that up because that's your comfort and your security. And at the end of the day, regardless to what anybody on the cameras and them think, is like, she knows what their relationship entails and she knows how he made her feel each and every time. And that's something that we can't take away from the memories or her experiences or the way that she feels, you know? But so he calls her, you know, to find out if she got the flowers and stuff. And she kind of tells him, you know, pretty much how she's feeling at this moment and how she's done with it, like, you know. And all of a sudden now he claims, like, you know, he is from Venezuela. That's where he is. He just, you know, wanted to make sure that he did this or whatever. But finally he did agree to video chat with her, which was really good, you know. So once they got back to the house, that's when they decided to go ahead and do the video chat. Yeah, so the guy in Venezuela, he said he doesn't use like photos or anything because he didn't use his photos because he's very insecure about himself. And he kind of felt like she wouldn't like him or whatever. And it's just like a mind thing for him. But he actually seemed like he was like a handsome guy, you know. They look like they would be a nice little couple together or whatever. And he said that when she had given him like ultimatums and stuff, he kind of felt pressured. But she's like, you know, that looks are not really important to me. So, you know, I don't know why you was feeling this way, or you wouldn't get on camera or whatever. So according to him, he really did have knee surgery, so that was real, you know. So he didn't like use her for money or anything like that, and he didn't even ask her for the money. I think from what she had said is like she wanted to do these things. It seems like she's like the helper type because she has her own business and she's making money, so she's willing to help him because she knows the situation is not the best over there. So those are the reasons why he said that, you know, whatever. She did ask him about Daniela. He said like that's just his best friend, and she knows that he has like issues with being social, so she's been helping him along the way, and she was there, but she's just like a super platonic friend. I don't know, these best friends, girl best friends, you gotta watch out for them. But I mean, so he say maybe it's somebody that he grew up with, you know, you never know the situation. Seems like she's kind of like his wingman, so she helps him to get through these types of situations. So that's what she's been doing. So he finally ends up saying that he's going to get his papers together and he's going to end up coming to the United States. So she's like, you know what, she's going to give him another chance. He even was saying, you know, like he sees his life with her, like he doesn't see his life with anybody else. So, you know, he's definitely seems like he's serious about her and serious about moving forward in their relationship. So it looks like, you know, she's gonna end up giving him another chance and they're gonna move forward with everything, which is great, you know. So that's pretty good. It seems like they're going to have like a good relationship going forward. One thing that Neve said that was really good for her to hear was that he should definitely show up before she kind of lets him back in to kind of to let her down, because he's let her down so many times. Like now you kind of need to see actions. So before, you know, she kind of says, yeah, we're gonna move forward, like how about he comes and sees you first and actually proves what he said he's going to do before you keep on letting him hurt you. So I feel like that was good advice for her. He was saying something about he wants to spend his life with her, he wants to give her a ring, and she's like, well, you're gonna have to do that in person if you want to really do those things. So yeah, it seems like, you know, they're about to get really serious. When they did like the 2-month update, he did say that he went to the embassy recently. He's about to get his passport, so he's headed to the United States, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna pay for his flight. So he's gonna be like living with her, and I guess that's how we'll see, like that's the moment where you'll see the difference, like if it's really gonna work or if it was just, you know, she helped him to come to America to better his life and then they end up not being together. Hopefully that's not the story. Hopefully this is like a happily ever after, but at least so far it is a happily ever after. So this is one of those that actually worked out to be decent. Even though he kind of was a catfish, he wasn't fully a catfish, you know? So let me know what you guys thought about this episode. I think it was pretty good. It wasn't as drama filled as I usually like it to be, but it was decent. All right. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.